Imagine sitting at home looking at some crypto charts and you're making your investment strategy. You've already allocated a substantial amount into crypto and you've made huge profits, and now you want to increase that. So this time you decide to deposit more money into the exchange. After all, a bigger bag means bigger wins, right? After investing your money, you switch on the TV and you're just about to skip over the news channel when you hear that crypto has been almost completely banned in your country. Why? What? How? As you quickly open your laptop to see if your funds are still there, you find that you can't even log in. Sorry for this nightmarish story, but it's true for some of our crypto friends in Turkey. Come along as we explore the state of crypto in Turkey and understand the implications of the recent ban. But first, my name is Trev, and here at CoinMarketCap, we love making videos about all things crypto, from crypto news to market moves and even educational videos just like the one that you're watching right now. So if you want something more than just hype and to actually learn about crypto, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and to turn on post notifications so you're not going to miss out on another video. So anyways guys, let's dive in. It was an investment like no other. Millions of people were flocking to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptos. The idea was simple. You put money in and you let it ride to the moon, and then you come out with profit. Everyone wanted to try it, and as you can imagine, more and more people were entering the space. Per a Statista estimate, over 16% of the overall users of crypto came from Turkey. The country occupied the 4th position as the most number of users. By January 2021, 2 major exchanges in the country were processing as much as $1 billion worth of transactions every day. And what could possibly go wrong? Inflation rates in Turkey were soaring at 17% anyways. The cash that people were holding in their banks was losing value. Bitcoin, and in fact the entire crypto industry, seemed like a savior in disguise. People were having a great time pocketing profitable investments. Some even put their entire savings into crypto. It was the period to remember. However, they forgot one crucial thing: regulatory risk. The Turkish government hadn't given its green light to crypto yet, and to end all the merry, it came down heavy on the industry. On the fateful day of April 16, 2021, Turkey's central bank announced an outright ban on the use of cryptocurrencies as payments for goods and services. And so why? Well, because they feared irrevocable damage and significant transaction risks. The ban was due to come into effect on April 30th. The joyful journey for millions of crypto users in Turkey came to an end. This move by the Turkish government was brutal. If you were a company handling payments, then you were banned from doing transactions in cryptocurrencies. And if you were a crypto exchange, then you were added to a list of firms and terrorism financial regulations. To be honest, this was a testing phase for crypto in Turkey. I mean, just think about the number of people working in these companies. They were now being frowned upon by the entire government of Turkey. However, less than a week before the ban was to come into effect, the head of Turkey's central bank announced that a full-on ban will not be implemented. Instead, a slew of regulations will be announced. A full ban would have meant any popular digital payment service using cryptocurrencies would not be allowed. This means that small businesses like kebab restaurants, grocery stores, and even hairdressers have stopped accepting crypto payments. This also meant that wallet services like Papara and NEI were left out in the cold, as they would effectively become defunct. If you wanted to transfer crypto to an exchange, then you could only do it via banks or the postal office. But there was a silver lining. Crypto investments are not considered illegal. Turkish exchanges could still facilitate cryptocurrency trading, especially against digital and fiat currencies. Do you ever wonder why governments want to ban cryptocurrencies? Why should they stop millions of investors from making money? Usually when a government wants to ban crypto, it's because of 2 reasons. First, it wants to enhance investor protection. You're probably living under a rock if you're not aware of the numerous exploits in crypto. Over $2 billion has been lost in just crypto attacks in 2021. And most investors are speculators, and this means that they just want to put their money in when the price is low, and take profit when something goes up. They don't want to spend time understanding the industry's complexity. Surely you wouldn't spend hours just reading a protocol's code for security, right? This means users can be easily fooled. Now let's look at the second reason. Many countries are looking at creating their own central bank digital currency, or CBDC for short. China's CBDC, the ECNY, has been successfully rolled out in a trial and distributed for free to their citizens through lotteries. JD, one of the biggest e-commerce platforms, has started accepting ECNY. Other countries around the world have started to take notice and have plans underway to launch their own CBDCs. But why would they want to create a CBDC? Because it's under control of the central bank and thus the government. An official CBDC is just like a legally recognized fiat currency. If the government creates it, it can control it, and in other words, investor protection is guaranteed. Now, for Turkey, both of these reasons are applicable, and they want to protect their people from being swindled, and the Turkish government is planning to release the digital lira by 2023. And before they do that, they want to ensure that the law clearly defines what a genuine digital currency is and is not. The government considers cryptocurrency as an asset for regulation and not a currency. So what does this mean? Well, it simply means that you may never be able to buy coffee or kebab in Turkey with Bitcoin. Furthermore, the Turkish government is planning to release a new tax regulation. It will have details around the buying, selling, and transferring of crypto assets. And the objective is to strengthen investor protection overall. Several people have said that this tax regulation is inevitable. But there's more to the story around taxation than what meets the eye. We can't forget to mention inflation. The Turkish economy is quite familiar with inflation. They have been seeing double-digit inflation figures for quite some time. And this has gotten most Turks very worried. If all the money that they hold is losing value, then what's the point of holding it? But where can they invest that money? For most people in the country, physical assets like gold are the go-to. And recently, Bitcoin too has found its spot in the list of possible investments for many, but it was ill-fated. And for Turks, this was just the beginning of their problems. The Turkish lira has been sliding down against the US dollar, and this chart paints a worrying picture. The currency has plummeted 39% since September. The fall is alarming, and there is certainly fear spreading around. And with the ban of cryptocurrencies, it is only expected to go lower. And that brings us to our next point. Now that we've covered some of the reasons behind this crypto ban, let's take a step back and look at what actually happened in the aftermath of the new, strict governmental regulation of cryptocurrencies. Imagine you are living in a city where every penny that you've earned, you've decided to put it into an exchange or a digital wallet, and suddenly the new regulations are introduced. But it's fine, your money is still safe with the exchanges, right? Wrong. Just barely a week after Turkey announced the crypto ban, Thodex, a Turkey-based crypto firm, has announced that it's temporarily closed due to abnormal fluctuation in company accounts. Turns out its founder and CEO, Faruk Fatih Ozur, has skipped town. And not just that, but filled his pockets with investors' money, an estimated $2 billion of it, before fleeing to Albania. Over 390,000 active users on Thodex suddenly lost access to their investments. The exchange was shut down. Sheer panic followed. People were angry, upset, and fearful. The exchange, trading more than $580 million in volume, had suddenly stopped working, and there was no trace of its CEO. Interpol has issued a red notice for Faruk, and over 80 people have been recently detained with connection to the exchange. Was he dead, or did he just disappear? Reports have stated that after leaving the Istanbul airport for Albania, he was spotted in a hotel in Albania and has not been spotted since. A better question to ask would be, did the Turkish government ban on cryptocurrencies help save investors from unscrupulous actors like Faruk? Or was this the inevitable risk of the crypto ban? So that brings us to our next point. The whole point of banning crypto is to ensure that no individual is able to access goods and services using volatile cryptocurrencies. But a wholesome ban on crypto for any country is impossible, even if the Turkish government wanted to ban it. Technically, they can't. For you to access the blockchain, you can use a gateway such as MetaMask or the Binance Exchange. A gateway is needed for most users because they are not technically aware of how they can do it otherwise. But if you do have the technical knowledge, you can access the blockchain without having to rely on MetaMask or Binance. While this is complex, it still lets you interact with the blockchain. This means you can transfer money in and out. Thus, a wholesome ban on crypto for any country is impossible. But this isn't an issue about whether you can access the blockchain or not. It's about innovation. It's about the future. Think about all of the technologies and companies being built on top of crypto. Think about all the crypto companies in Turkey right now and all of the ones that are just starting. What about their employees? And what about those who have been working hard to build the crypto ecosystem in Turkey? All of them would either have to move to a government approved niche within crypto or change industries completely, leaving behind a once in a lifetime opportunity as crypto continues forward around the world. As of yet, there is no decision to completely ban cryptocurrencies in Turkey. This means that for the hopeful Turkish investor, they can still invest in crypto. But many have said that this comfort is only temporary. There is certain adventure involved in investing in risky assets such as cryptocurrencies. You could win big or you can also lose big. And that's the very attitude that has been chided by some Turkish officials. They have said that investors should be more careful before investing in such speculative assets. But isn't that what a new and fast growing industry like crypto is all about? They are speculative because they are new. The assets are volatile because they were created just 10 years ago. And they make for handsome returns because they are so speculative. All the arguments against crypto are what define the industry. So that being said, we do hope our crypto friends in Turkey have a choice in whether they want to invest in cryptocurrencies or not. Whether regulators come to compromise or enforce more restrictions, this is an industry that is bringing huge innovations that will benefit economies that are primed for it. And if you're from Turkey, we would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. So anyways guys, I've been your host Trev, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.